Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today, and what is our subject for today? Selling and good credit. Oh no, he didn't. Yes, I said it. Selling and good credit. What has that got to do with selling? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what. I've been in sales in one form or capacity since the 80s, and I'm going to tell you what, you got to have good credit when you got to get a job when it comes to working in sales. And I ain't saying that all sales jobs they're going to ask to check your credit and so forth, but if you're dealing in the financial sector, oh yeah, they gonna ask about your credit. They gonna check and make sure you got good ethics in your background. They gonna make sure that you know how to spend your money, honey. And if you got bad credit, they may be real nice, but they're gonna do like this. Well, we got somebody else in mind. So have a nice day. See ya. Okay, that ain't right, but in reality, it's being responsible, being a responsible salesperson, being a responsible person with our money, paying our bills on time is really important. It makes common sense. Dang, common sense. Yeah, it really does. Like I said, I tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the warts and all when it comes to sales. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because we are real salespeople or customer service agents. So my simple job is to make it simple and bring out things that people just don't go, they go, okay. Hey, think about that, okay? And listen, good credit, is so important. Let's just say, for instance, if you're trying to get a job working in the finance sector, you're trying to get a job trying to be a loan officer or in the banking industry, or if you're a salesperson and you're trying to get a job in these sectors, they're going to look at you real good. They're going to probe on you. They're going to check your background and make sure you ain't got no bad things hanging out there. If you're trying to get an insurance license and you got bad credit or you ain't paying your bills, they kind of going to go, oh, well, it's nice talking to you. Have a nice day. Because a lot of these people in the state, they look at your background. They want to see who you are. They want to make sure you have good character. Not a character, good character, okay? My simple job is to just enlighten you. We're just having a basic, simple conversation about why selling and having good credit is important. One of the things that I've learned over the years that I didn't really do when I first got into sales was learn how to manage my money. As I got older, I started going, dang, I'd like to have some things. And so it's a really good idea that you keep your credit in good standing. It makes a lot of sense. Hey, listen, I've been one of these kind of people. I tell on myself. In the past, I overspent and I spent all my money and I didn't invest and I didn't do the things that were right. I held my own home. It's all paid and everything. But the key to success in this regard is what have you done with your money lately? And what I do now is I make sure that I pay my bills ahead of time. The reason being is I don't want something to show up. I have a bad week, a bad day, and I can't sell nothing. I can't make no money. It's called saving for a rainy day. It's just a good idea to invest and put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to say you're a good salesman and you're trying to help people with financing or buying stuff and you can't even pay attention, dang, that don't make no sense. And in reality, if you're a salesperson, the key to success in this regard is if you have bad credit, okay, we understand that. A lot of people have. Stuff happens in life. And sometimes we got to reboot and restart all over. So let's reboot and let's restart over. Or if you're a new salesperson and you're a young person, you ain't got no credit, what you have to do is take it simple. Invest in a car or something that you're going to be using regularly, and don't miss paying them bills. Okay? Because if you do, they're going to snatch up that car and you're going to be out there walking, and it ain't real easy to sell when you got to walk everywhere, especially if you live in a big city like I do that's like spread out. It's like 45 minutes to get from one side of town to the other just to say, hey, I'm here. Okay, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida, which is one of the largest cities per square mile in the United States. And the key to success, listen, guys, like I said, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Selling is important. What we do matter. How are you going to sell somebody and you're looking at at them and thinking, I wish I could buy this but my credit sucks. I can't buy this because I can't get it because my credit sucks. That ain't a good feeling. But listen, if you're in a situation where you have to start over, get in touch with those creditors. Talk to those people that are going to be hounding you. They're going to be sending out them robocalls. You need to pay me. And listen, if you have to talk with these people, don't hide from them because it ruins your good credit. You can't even buy a house. A lot of times you can't rent no apartment. You can't get no condo. You can't get no car. You can't get much of nothing if your credit is sucking. If it's really bad, oh my gosh. Like I said, I've been in sales for a long time. I've dealt with a lot of different customers. And I'm going to tell you what, I treat everybody the same. I don't know if you got good credit or bad credit, but if I pull your credit and you got bad credit, I'll treat you really, really kind. And I'll let you down really, really kindly too. But I won't be able to help you get the things that you want to invest in. That's just the reality of it, guys. We got to have good credit. If you ain't out there trying to make, taking care of your credit, you're going to pay for it eventually. You're going to have to go back and live with mom and dad. I'm going to tell you what, and you in your 30s and 40s, it sucks. I've seen people have to do that because they got themselves in a bind. I ain't saying I ain't never had no issues with my credit. In the past, I made some bad choices. I had to restart over because I made less money than I made. I lost a good job. There was times where money was very tight and I had to suck it up and had to restart over, reboot. It's a really good idea. Now, today I'm doing pretty damn good, but I ain't never going to say something won't happen. People get sick. People die. We have situations with, like our health. We have situations where things are just over the top and it takes us to a different level. Not always in a positive level. Sometimes it's in a negative level. My simple job today is have a conversation about selling and good credit. Remember, good credit will guarantee you more job opportunities. Good credit will also help you to get those lower interest rates. Now, I know it ain't fair for people who got bad credit to get higher interest rates, but you'll risk. You ever thought about that? People don't want to risk their good money on people that may not be able to pay. So if you're one of those kind of people, it's okay. We can all reboot, we can all restart, and we can do the next right thing. Putting money away for a rainy day is one of the videos I just made not too long ago. And I'm going to tell you what, I've been in sales for so long that, when we get a pocket full of money, baby, we got to invest our money, pay our bills off. Don't go out there and spend on a bunch of baloney and things you really don't need. I've done that in the past, and I'm going to tell you what, not today. Today, my whole focus is to pay off credit cards, pay off bills, to make sure that I have enough money that I don't have to worry about, dang, what if I don't sell something this week? Because I'm going to tell you what, if you ain't got no money, honey, you can't pay your bills. And good credit is a very, very good benefit. I'm just telling you guys, you got to work on your credit. You want to try to keep your scores up in the high 7s to get to the 8s. And nobody's perfect, but you got to remember, you can't have no slow selling. You can't have no slow credit because it'll turn into bad credit. And if you can't buy something that you can't afford and you throw it on the credit card, because I've done it in the past. I tell you, I paid for a long time on stuff that I put on credit, education, school, and things like that. But it was an investment, but it cost me more money than I actually, should have had to pay for that because I didn't have the funds available. I had the money, but I didn't spend it. I didn't spend it wisely. I told you I'd tell on myself. A lot of times people don't do that. I'm going to be that guy. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. We just had a very simple conversation about why it's important for salespeople, customer service, and you to have good credit. Boom, boom. That's a fist bump for people who want to say, okay, that makes sense. Good credit makes the world go around. You got bad credit, people will run like dogs and fleas. They'll jump all over. When I've seen it in my own life, people come into a store wanting to buy furniture or they're wanting to buy jewelry or whatever they want to buy. And I see these people, they got a big old smile. The salesman's all happy and everything. And then they fill out the application to get some money to pay for this stuff so they can put it on a credit card. And they couldn't even pay attention because their credit is so bad. And listen, everybody has issues. They're like tissues. Boop. They'll pop up regularly. But you got to remember, paying your bills as salespeople, paying our ways, not putting it on credit cards like, it can really damage you. It can lower your score if you got too much credit. And I mean too much credit, too much debt is what I should probably say. If you're a salesperson, you got to remember, listen, we have these highs and we have these lows, and we're in the middle. When we sell, and we have those days when we go, dang, man, what did I do wrong? Listen, be smart. Pay your bills on time. If you're real smart, you'll pay your bills ahead of time. The reason being is because if you're ahead and you have a bad week or a bad month, dang, man, it ain't going to mess up your good credit because you worked so hard to get that good credit. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you some good stuff, and good credit and selling just go hand in hand. You know, our simple question today was selling and good credit. Dang, that makes real sense. Good common sense, guys. You know, let's do this. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. Listen, if you got to work on your credit, it's okay. We gonna work on it. But if you got good credit, stay on top of that good credit, because you want to make sure that if you have to invest in anything, you ain't got to go, dang, let me pull my hairs out because I ain't got no money. I can't get no credit, okay? So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. All right. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Today we had a good time talking about selling and good credit. And remember, credit really matters. And I'm telling you guys, if you want to get a job in the financial sector and you got bad credit, forget about it. You got to work on that credit. So let's get our act together. Let's do the next right thing. Let's pay our bills on time. Let's make sure we pay ahead of time. And in that regard, if we can pay bills off and live within our means, I'm saying you got to give some of that to the charity. You got to give it to your church. You got to give a little bit. You got to bless brothers and sisters out there, because if you bless other people, God's going to bless you too. That's just the reality of it. Listen, go out there and sell something, and do me a favor, have a nice day. Good credit. Yeah, sell it. Dang, I better get mine. Go out there and sell something. Bye-bye. All right.